getting to the meat and potatoes of the assignment. So we're going to work on our actual setting up your actual magazine layout and discussing a little bit about the requirements that are involved in there. Okay. So the biggest chunk right here is your magazine spread layout. Here are your specs. You need to use all the copy provided. Use the title and the author from the original article. You already use all the images provided. Swatches are set, so only the colors that you use are in your swatches. Your page size is 2 pages, 8.5 by 11, using facing pages in InDesign. Margins, you need to set up a minimum of 0.25. Bleeds, 0.125. 2 character styles, all right, one for the pull quote and one for the body copy. Include at least 1 pull quote. Include a folio. Include credits. Include 1 element on your master page, and include the page numbers. Okay, so we're going to go over how to set some of that up because some of it is beyond the original introduction as well as the article recreation. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we need 2 pages, 8.5, 11 facing pages. All right, let's start off with that. So we go to InDesign, we go create new. We've got 8.5, 11, right? 2 pages. We want 1/4 inch margins and 0.125 for the bleed. We want to make sure that the facing pages is selected. We click create. All right, now you're going to notice the first thing we have is a problem. They're not really facing pages. How am I going to design one half of the article and one half of the article? Well, you're not. You're going to click on page 2 so it activates. You'll see page 1 and page 2, all right? And over here on page 2, you're going to right click and you're going to say allow document pages to shuffle. You're going to uncheck that, all right? And you're going to click and hold and you're just going to drag it till it highlights. See the highlight there? And you're going to drop it. Whoop, sorry. Let's do it this way. Drag it up and see how you got this highlight, you have this attach. You want to click it like that so it attaches just like that. You'll notice, if you can look at my screen, there's a little arrow going left. You want to make sure that doesn't go right. You want to make sure it goes left, and you drop it like that. So page 1 and page 2 look like that. Okay? So that's again, all right, let me redo that just so we can do it in the video. Create new, we've got it already set up. 2 pages, 8.5 by 11, facing pages, 0.25 for my margin, 0.125 for my bleed. And I click create. Now I right click on this, click on allow document pages to shuffle, click and drag this up, okay, and then hug it right over like that. Now I'll have my spread. Now you'd want to save this, okay, with your name on it to the desktop. Okay, so we have it all set up. Now you need all the files. That's easy enough to do. Okay, you're going to go to your folder again. Okay, open up this folder. Let's go ahead and grab our magazine spread design files. Let's download that. Again, it's going to zip it. That might take a second. Okay, and this is going to have everything that you need. Okay, we've talked a little bit about the process in terms of what you need to do beforehand. You've got your sketches. All right, so the whole entire process here where you collect, save minimum was 5 samples to aid your design process, 6 thumbnails, okay, 1 complete comp. All of that's got to be approved before you can move on. Do not, if you don't do that, you're going to lose points. And if I see it after you've designed it, it doesn't count. All right, I have to see your thumbnails, then I have to approve those, then I have to approve your comp, then you can begin designing, okay? Because your comp is going to be what helps you design this thing, all right? When you're dealing with something like this, we've been dealing with that simple illustration project. This is a much more in-depth project. Your comp is super important for you here, okay? So my magazine article files have downloaded. Let me pull this over for a second. Here's the zip file. So I'm going to double click here, get rid of my zip file because I don't need it. All right, inside here, I've got the original article, okay, that was done, and you're going to redesign this. All right, I've got the photo. I've got the other photo, okay, and then I've got all the copy, all right? So all of that's there. Now, I'm not going to go in here and design this for you because it's not something I want to do, okay? It's your design. What I want to do is talk a little bit about the requirements and kind of the elements that you're going to be using. So let me get rid of my text wrap box here for a second. All right, so if we go to the page that has all of your explanations on it. So what do you need in this thing? So the first thing, all the copy, which you have. You need to use the title and the author from the original article. That's in the original article image. You can use all the images. Your swatches are set. So before you get started, you can go to your window, okay, and under color are your swatches, all right, and you can tuck anything you want here. Everything's movable, okay, which is really nice. You know, you can keep everything kind of tucked right in here, which I tend to want to do. I like to move everything under here like this. It makes my life easier. So in your swatches, you're going to delete all the colors. Click on the top one, hold shift. Unlike Illustrator, it doesn't give you 2,000 of them. It just gives you a few of them. And just delete them. Keep black. Keep these. They won't let you actually delete them anyway. but you want to use your colors that you're going to use. All right, so that's the first part of this requirement here. You already did 2 pages, okay? You've already done the margins, you've already done the bleed. So that part. So we're on to number 8, which is 2 character styles. So how do you set up a character style? Well, character styles are really easy, all right? And under my window, okay, and under type in tables, okay, I've got character, and then you've got styles, and you got character styles. Now, there's character styles and there's paragraph styles. Quite honestly, I use them both interchangeable. Technically, character styles are supposed to be for words. Paragraph styles are supposed to be for entire paragraphs. I kind of use them the same. So stick with character style for now. It doesn't really matter. All right. So there's 2 ways to do it. You could type some type. So let me do this. Type. Fill with placeholder text. I could fill this type up like this, and I could say, all right, I want to take, now I want to do is I want to create a new style. So this will be my new style, and I'm going to create a new style, and I'm going to call it body copy. And I may know what I want to use, okay? So you could go in here to your body copy. You could change your basic, you could go to your character, all of these different things. You got your general, okay? Based on, it's not based on anything. Basic character formats, your font family. So this is where you choose. I'd say, give me Aiken, give me bold. I want it to be 24 point. Okay, and I click OK. So now body copy set. So when I highlight this and I click on body copy, that changes it to it. So you can do it from scratch where you can go in and pick out everything that you want. That's usually hard to do. So I'm going to delete my body copy there. And right now I've got none. Okay, so I'm going to grab text. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend I'm doing the pull quote. So let's see. I'm going to do, here is the pull quote. Okay. Now I'm going to style this. So I'm going to go to my properties. And I'm going to say, why don't I make it Gotham Black. And I want to make it 30 point. Okay. And I want to make it red. So I'm going to go in to my colors. Go to my swatches. Make a new color swatch, CMYK, and I'm going to pick just a nice deep red, okay? Yay. Click OK, all right? I don't even need to worry about the libraries. There's my new swatch right there. Here's my text, it's red, okay? Now once I get that set up, I want to go back to my character styles, and I'm going to drag the character styles right here so I can keep it. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to have this highlighted, and I'm going to say new character style, okay? And in here, right, in my new character style, right, you'll notice that it's already got all my format. I just have to make sure it's selected. So I'll double click on this, and I'm just going to call this pull quote. All right. So now that has everything I need. All the information I have on that. If I wanted to adjust let's say I wanted to go into basic character formats, and let's say I wanted to bump the tracking up a little bit. You can actually click preview, all right, and I can bump it to like 50. Okay, so let's say I like that. So why character styles? What's the point? Well, what's great about character styles, okay, is very simple. I can type anywhere on the space, okay? And let's say I was doing a 30-page booklet or a magazine or a menu, okay? And I had to change text within elements. Instead of going in and changing all of this text one at a time, all I would need to do is highlight these, turn them into pull quote text. And then no matter what I do, I can go into the pull quote text and I say, you know something? The character's not working, the color's not working for me, so instead of red, I'm going to change it to like a dark blue, all right? And I hit OK, and everything turns blue. All right, so you're able to make one change all the way through. So it's really helpful when you set them up initially in, like I said, a really, really multi-page booklet or a spread or something where you have subheads all the way throughout or heads all the way throughout, and instead of changing them one at a time, you just go into your pull quote and you can change anything you want, okay? You can pick your color right here, or if you have colors listed, you can choose those. Again, I can change it, say okay, say I want it green, hit okay. All right, the CC libraries are basically going to pop up because they're just keeping track of those colors for me. All right, so it's really kind of nice that way. You can change the size, you can change whatever you want, and it's only have to do it once. So it's really helpful. Honestly, for this particular spread, it's not incredibly helpful. You're doing one pull quote, but the process of creating them is that's how you would create it. So you're going to need 2 of those. You're going to need one for the pull quote and one for your body copy. All right, that way you learn how to set those up. All right, so there's character styles. So let me get these off of the page for me. So the next one on our list, the pull quote you need to include. I showed you how to do that. The folio, the credits, one element on your master page. So an element on your master page can be anything on your master page. So if you look at pages, these are my pages, these are my master pages. And what happens is basically, here's master page on this side. I can actually go ahead and draw something on this particular page. And you know what? The best way to show you this is to just quickly make a new document. And we'll give it like 14 pages. I can go to the master page here, and I can draw something on the master page. And anything that I put on the master page is going to show up on all the right-hand side on these pages. See that? So if I wanted to go to this and I wanted this whole thing to have a bar at the bottom, I can slide this down, and then every single page on the bottom will have a bar there. Okay, and it's super helpful. So you can see that. That's the way to keep elements exactly the same on a page, as opposed to going and copying and pasting every single one of these. Now, when you put it on a master page and you go to page 1, you can't move it, you can't edit it, you can't change it. So you have to go back to your master page to make that adjustment and change it. Okay, and so keep that in mind, because you'll be trying to change it, you'll be trying to grab it, if it's not working. All right, you can also just take this in my master page, and I could just drag this along both sides here so that all the pages have their footer bar here. And that would qualify as a master page item. It just has to be something on that you use the master page in order to apply it to your document. That's all it is. Okay, so master pages are up here. They're super helpful for reoccurring elements that are going through. Okay, again, we're working in a small spread, but all these elements are really important to kind of go through. And then including page numbers, you can put your page numbers on your master pages. A lot of times that will happen. There's actually a way to make page numbers go automatically. We're not going to worry about it right now since we're only on a 2-page spread. Or you can put your page numbers right in your spread. Okay? So that covers all of the elements that you're going to need for the magazine spread. The design is up to you. How you're going to lay it out is up to you. You're going to take and recreate this article. Okay? You're going to redesign it. It shouldn't look like this. You can use maybe a font that's similar if you want to, but this is how it's designed, and now you're going to be the one designing it and recreating it. You can use the images any which way you want. If you crop them creatively, you'll be able to use one image and make it look like multiple images. I don't want you to get any other images from the internet. I just want to give you the 2 images that you have to use. That's part of the challenge of this process. All right? So if you have any questions, you know where to ask. Okay? Good luck.